What if I told you there are jobs out there paying big bucks but nobody wants them? Like, seriously, fat stacks of cash. But you might have to crawl through some tunnels or wrestle a raccoon to get it. Today, we're diving into a wild article about high-paying jobs that are desperate for workers. Buckle up, Buttercup, because we're about to explore the underbelly of the employment market. Get ready to laugh, learn, and maybe question your own career choices. Look, I get it. Coal mining isn't exactly the sexiest job on the market. It's dirty, dangerous, and let's be real, your grandma's canary in a coal mine jokes haven't aged well. But here's the thing, these folks get paid, and I'm not talking about some measly minimum wage. We're talking potentially 6 figures starting, folks. Yeah, you heard that right. Turns out risking your life and breathing in coal dust has its perks. The demand for coal might be fading faster than your uncle's toupee, but the need for brave souls to dig it up, that's still very real. But hey, at least you can tell people you're basically a real-life dwarf from Lord of the Rings. Just maybe skip the whole "we wants the precious" thing. Remember that scene in Braveheart where Mel Gibson rallies the Scottish troops with that epic battle cry? Yeah, that's not what it's like being a logger. Instead of charging into glorious battle, you're wrestling with chainsaws and dodging falling trees. But hey, at least you'll get jacked, right? All those lumberjack competitions will be a breeze. And the pay? Not too shabby either. Turns out people are willing to shell out big bucks for you to risk life and limb in the great outdoors. Just make sure you've got good health insurance, because let's be real, a rogue pine cone to the face is a real occupational hazard. Ever feel like you're stuck in the middle of nowhere? Well, try working on an oil rig in the middle of the ocean. You're literally surrounded by water with nothing but seagulls and your own thoughts for company. It's like solitary confinement, but with better snacks and the potential for a massive oil spill. But hey, who needs human interaction when you're raking in that sweet, sweet oil money? We're talking 6-figure salaries, folks. Enough to buy a private island far, far away from any more oil rigs. So, you think being a truck driver is all open roads and freedom? Think again, my friend. It's more like endless hours of staring at taillights, surviving on gas station coffee, and honestly, listening to the same 5 country songs on repeat. But hey, at least you're your own boss, right? Well, except for the dispatchers, the DOT officers, and, the ever-present tyranny of the delivery schedule. But here's the silver lining: truck driving is facing a massive shortage, which means big companies are offering huge signing bonuses and benefits to lure in drivers. So yeah, you might be sacrificing your sleep and sanity, but at least you'll be well compensated for it. Let's be real. Working in a prison isn't exactly a walk in the park. It's a high-stress environment where every day brings new challenges. And by challenges, I mean potentially getting shanked with a toothbrush shiv. But somebody's gotta do it, right? And right now, that somebody is in high demand. Correctional facilities across the country are facing staffing shortages, and they're willing to pay top dollar for qualified candidates. Plus, think of the stories you'll be able to tell at parties, just maybe skip the ones about the prison toilet wine. Look, I'm not gonna lie, dealing with rats the size of small dogs and roaches that could carry off your firstborn isn't my idea of a good time. But for those brave souls in the pest control industry, it's all in a day's work. And you know what? It pays surprisingly well. Turns out, nobody wants to deal with creepy crawlies, which means the few who are willing can name their price. So, if you're not afraid of a little hard work, and a lot of bug spray, this could be the recession-proof career for you. Roofing, it's hot, it's sweaty, and it's about as dangerous as it gets. One wrong step, and you're tumbling down a slippery slope of broken bones and workers' comp claims. But hey, at least you'll get a killer tan, right? Assuming you survive the summer without getting heat stroke. But here's the thing, roofers are in high demand, and that means one thing: big paychecks. So if you're not afraid of heights, heat, or hard work, roofing might be the perfect way to climb the ladder of financial success. Just, maybe invest in a good pair of work boots. So, would you take one of these jobs for the paycheck, or are you running for the hills? Hey, no judgment here, we all have our limits. But it's interesting to see how the job market shifts and what we value as a society. Maybe it's time we start showing some love to the folks who do the jobs nobody else wants. After all, they keep our lights on, our houses standing, and our basements, well, relatively rat-free. Remember, Ancestry Lands is all about promoting generational wealth through land ownership and financial awareness to empower you and your family. Subscribe and follow for more eye-opening, wallet-fattening content with a side of laughs.